Couple things, we are live streaming tonight, so if you want to turn your phones off, that's probably a good thing. Also, we have 3 restrooms in the building. There's one here in the venue. Probably don't want to use it during the show, up to you. But there's a couple on the other side of this wall, one behind the instrument store and one upstairs. One thing I want to tell you about, since we're a nonprofit, which you may not know, we have a silent auction going on, and it's going on till November 22nd. It's online, but there's a lot of cool stuff, including some house concerts. So if you have time on one of the breaks, maybe you want to go out in the hallway, and we'll talk to you about that, because there's some really cool, unique, one-of-a-kind things. So I'm now going to introduce Stephanie Salvi from Oregon Music News.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm never on the mic, so I do the business of the entertainment business, but once in a while I come in, and tonight's a special night for a lot of us. Oregon Music News played a big part of my life. I used to write for Two Louis magazine, and then I got the opportunity to be the first rock and roots editor. Tom brought me in, and I did it because I wanted to work closely with Tom D'Antoni. The Cult of the Personality, KMHD Jock, Oregon Art Beat, all this really cool videos for days and days if you ever want to check out what he does. This is Tobias, our... He's our up-and-coming editor, and Anna is down in Southern California, our publisher. Tom is at home in Northwest Portland, and they said, bring this guy up. He's the one that's going to make stuff happen moving forward. Can you just say it's something, anything?
Sure, yeah.
Great, and introduce Tom.
Oh yeah, hi everyone, my name is Tobias Weisner, up-and-coming associate editor of Oregon Music News. To keep it short, I have nothing but gratitude for this publication. I was an independent music writer for many years, and Tom was one of the first people to see me and see my craft and believe that I could contribute to the scene that is so beautiful here that we all cherish so much, and nothing but grateful to be here. Thank you all for coming, and yeah, let's just watch some good music and celebrate 15 years. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Okay, we're going to switch over. Tom's going to do a little bit of MC from home tonight, and I guess that's all I do. They're going to do something fancy on the board.
Here I am. This isn't exactly how I wanted it to be. I took a fall this afternoon, and when I first scheduled this little celebration of ours, I didn't realize that in the following 3 months I would have 3 surgeries and 2 hospital stays, and plus in addition to which I'm old. So what are you going to do? I wish I could be there. I planned to be there up until about an hour ago, and I just I fell down. What are you going to do? So anyway, I'm glad you're all there. I want you to have fun. Stephanie, do you have the cake?
Yes.
The cake is good. We should have some cake. Are we ready for the first band? Good. All right. Listen, I wanted to book some bands that are meaningful in the life of Oregon Music News. Later on, we're going to have the reunion of the original three-leg torso, which is just, and they were the coolest thing in town right around the time when Oregon Music News started. And they still are, but, they're older. Anyway, And then we'll have Darka Dusty and her Boris Beatniks. Darka, I wanted to have Darka because she does a wonderful, wonderful podcast for us. Plus, in addition to her art, her singing and her playing, and then, but we're going to start off with well, they're big. They're big. They're huge. They're wonderful. They're plus, in addition to which, they're great guys. If it wasn't for Jim Brunberg, we would have had many more venues go under during the pandemic, and he was responsible for that. One of them, but certainly a key player. And Ben Landsverk, well, he's just brilliant and funny and a great musician. And they have a new record coming out, and I'm sure they'll tell you all about. And so let's get it started. Huh? Let's just have some fun. Let me bring to the stage Ben Landsverk and Jim Brunberg, known as Wanderly. Let's hear it.
Hey.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
So just to be clear, he can hear us too, right?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
love you,
good.
Tom. Tom,
Love you, Tom.
you're the best. You have always been the best. Everybody here has a big soft spot for you, and I hope that you don't have any new soft spots after your fall. And this, Tobias, Tom called me up to invite us to this, and he said, "You got to meet this new writer we got." He spoke at length about you. He might have been drugged up, but he went off about your talents and what a great writer you are. He does see you, and that's what this organization needs. It's just really great. This publication has always been great to us and to up-and-coming musicians and to musicians who continue to do quality work. We're going to do 2 songs, then we got to get to a rehearsal. I wish I could I really want to see the original 3-leg.
Me too.
I just met their manager. Actually, I met Bela's manager. It's very thrilling.
All right.
What's that? Oh, watch on the phone when we're on break.
Pipe us in.
But it's really an honor to have been asked to do this. So we're just going to do a couple songs. We have a song. We're really into candy. We've got our
Off-brand candy.
show next on Saturday at the old church we're playing with this big band with horns and everything. So we got to get to rehearse with them. But we have a bunch of songs, strangely enough, about candy, and this is what yeah, just start with the vocal. I was working at a narco pumping gas. She was Dolce & Gabbana, Cambridge, Mass. And in her XKE, she had sex with me. She said, "Son, don't I know your name?" That's what she said. She'd sat in the row behind me back in homeroom. But she married the football captain a little too soon. And now with 2 kids grown, she's got a weekend alone. And now I remember her name. It's Lydia, Lydia. Don't go to Santa Fe without me, no. Well, she said, "Gilly, don't even lock the door. It's time to go to school. We drive so far in that Jaguar like a Thelma and Lou in a rally Super 8." No, that's not what happened. What happened next?
I was just following you.
We have story songs, and we forget
we together are gonna flip that leaf.
So they're in the car. We're gonna split that. We're gonna flip that leaf. We're gonna flip that leaf, just like George O'Keeffe. Helps when it rhymes. And ride down New Mexico way.
Thank you very much.
Well, she kept her cash in an obvious stash, and Neela stole it away. As we drove south, I fell in love with her mouth and the things it had to say. And in a rally Super 8, we were pulling in late. I was screaming and calling her name. Oh, Lydia, Lydia. Don't go to Santa Fe without me, Lydia, Lydia. Don't go to Santa Fe without me. Well, there was peanut brittle where it never should have been. Yeah, that peanut brittle you're never gonna see again. You got your saltwater taffy and your cowtails too. You got your Zagnut, Rocky Road, Abba Zabba, Big Honk sticking on the soles of our shoes. Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. Well, I woke up in the morning, the bed was a mess. All the candy wrappers and the note on the mirror said, "For you, dumbass. I stole your $16. Gonna go buy some art."
For
She lost
$16.
it. Thumb in the wind, go back to where you came from, pumping that gas or whatever you did behind Walmart. I
working at an Arco pumping gas.
Take your pick back.
Thank you all very much.
You do a cover tune. We did not write.
One and one half wandering Jews, free to wander wherever they choose, are traveling together, the sangre de Cristo, the blood of Christ mountains of New Mexico. On the last leg of a journey they started a long time ago, the arc of a love affair. Rainbows in the high desert air, mountain passes slipping into stone, hearts and bones, hearts and bones, hearts and bones. Looking back the season before, looking back to the cracks in the door, two people were married, the act was outrageous, the ride was contagious, she burned like a bride. These events may have had some effect on the man with the girl by his side, the arc of a love affair, hands running down her hair. Love like lightning, shaking till the moan. Hearts and bones, hearts and bones, hearts and bones, hearts and bones. Whoa, 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 she said, why, oh, why don't we drive through the night, to wake up down in Mexico? Tell me why, oh, I don't know nothing about no Mexico. Tell me why don't you love me for who I am, where I am? Says 'cause that's not the way the world is, baby.
That's not the way the world is, baby.
This is how I love you, baby.
This is how I love you, baby.
This is how I love you, baby. One and one half wandering Jews return to their natural course, to resume old acquaintances, step out occasionally, speculate who had been damaged the most. Easy time will determine if these consolations will be their reward. The arc of a love affair, waiting to be restored. You take two bodies, twirl them into one, their hearts and their bones, they won't come undone. Hearts and bones, hearts and bones, Hearts and bones. Hearts and bones.
Thank you guys. Tom, we love you.
Love you, Tom.
You're the best.
Love you,
man.
Artichoke Music, Oregon Music News.
Have a great night celebrating this incredible institution that you have built with these wonderful people. Thanks, you guys.
Did we put Tom asleep?
No, I didn't. Hey, no, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was now next. The intent was this is where we all hang out for a while until Darka Dusty and her Borscht beatniks come up. So, Darka, if you want to introduce yourself, or have Shelley introduce you guys, or have me introduce you guys, or we can just pull somebody off the street and a total stranger who's never heard you before. They can introduce you. It's up to you guys.
Feel free to say some stuff, Tom. I'm so not ready.
Oh no! This was supposed to be, say, another 15 minutes worth of just hanging out. But I do really want to thank Shelley for stepping in like this, and especially Gary Furlow, who is a genius. And yeah, I'm telling you. And thank him, and that's Stephanie and Karen and everybody else who had anything to do with putting this thing together tonight, except me, because I'm not going to thank myself for not being there.
You're here, Tom. We miss you. You're still here.
And guitar for rhythm. I think I'll hear the bass right next to me.
Na-da-da-da. So I might as well tell you now. This is my accordion bass finger, the main one. So we're missing two people from our band today. My sister, Natalia. She usually sings and plays mandolin. What am I doing with this? And Andrew Alikanov is also missing. So this is the Borscht Beatnik Trio. And if you hear any mistakes in the whole band, it's this. That's the reason. You guys know each other? Okay. Oh, it's so weird, man.
Could I hear more accordion, please?
I mean, I don't know if we have to have sound check. I think we can just. Oh, he needs to hear himself a bit better.
I'll keep hearing a little bass, please.
All right, we can just put a chord in. The gain should be all the way up usually for this space.
You hear that now?
I can hear you there. That's fine. I'm not going to use the bass side too much. Wow, what a nice event. I'm sorry that Tom can't be here. Tom, I'm so sorry you're not here.
Me too.
Oh, there he is. Do we need anything? I mean, I can hear you good. Yeah, you want to hear a little bit more bass?
Has the cake been served yet?
All right.
Good.
So, in honor of the election on Tuesday, I'm going to play the original that I wrote. It's a women empowerment song, and it's called Batwing. And it's about facing your fears and about grabbing your power and having fun doing it. 1, 2, 3, and. Rosie got into her car. She drove it very far, inventing her new rules, turning minutes into jewels. So many nights go by, we dream that we can fly. So get your bat wings on, take flight and have some fun. So many days go by when we don't even try. So give it all you can with these golden grains of sand. Elsie had a golden heart. She was also very smart. She held on to her fears, and so went many years. So many nights go by, we dream that we can fly. So get your bat wings on, take flight and have some fun. So many days go by when we don't even try. So give it all you can with these golden grains of sand. We could use some more bass. Still more bass. I literally can't hear it. Mama went to Italy, went to find her liberty. Moses sat there, made her cry, and she finally knew why. So many nights go by, we dream we can fly. So get your bat wings on, take flight and have some fun. So many days go by when we don't even try. So give it all you can with these golden grains of sand. Can't hear you very well. Yeah. Can you hear yourself? Okay. It feels really awkward for those of you who don't know about this instrument. Once you get into the rhythm of playing left hand, right hand, if you take one of those away, this one doesn't know what to do. So I'm like, if you see me going like that, that's what's happening right there. All right, here's a beautiful Ukrainian song. And let's hope this one works out, honestly. The worst timing, right? Okay. Echoes of your footsteps. Go in, Mary. 1, 2, 3, and... Твої кроки мій забрали спокій, ти від мене ідеш в очиню мрій, я ж у мріях біля тебе збоку, віями торкаюсь пліт. Час білим птахом чисту голубі. Чому це нас роз'єднало тихо далечі? Скажи, чому на моїх устах є тінь журби? Луну одну залишив для мене ти. Те відлуння, моє серце б'ється, і воно спішить за ним услід. Стигнуть кроки, та не стихне серце. Жду тебе з далеких рік. птахом чисту голубі. Чому це нас роз'єднала тиха далечі? Скажи, чому на моїх устах є тінь журби? Луну одну залишив для мене ти. Час білим птахом чисту голубі. Чому це нас роз'єднало тиха далечі? І плине час, і на-на-на-на-на. See, there it is. It's happened. Луну одну залишив для мене ти. І плине час білим птахом чисту голубі. Чому за нас роз'єдналась тиха далечі? І плине час за на-на-на-на-на. Луну одну залишив для мене ти. All right, imagine bicycle riding with one leg, okay? One leg. For you, Cheeky Bird. Again, another female-centric song, and it's just for everybody to know, especially people of the non-female persuasion, is that, you know, women like to play as much as everybody else does. So don't forget it. Just a few little words from a very cheeky bird, just to say I want to play with you. You might find some chicks cute, but I will give you the boot. If you do more than look, your goose will soon be cooked. You can spread your manly wings without doing naughty things to anyone but me, your faithful chickadee. Just 'cause I'm a wee bit droopy doesn't mean you fly the coop. Even though I'm no spring chicken, I'm so very finger-licking good with some good, and you know it. Ooh, kiss me, baby, and I'll show it. Oh, it's good, it's so good, and you know it. There ain't children here, right? Oh, kiss me, baby, and I'll show it. Just remember the day when we put the nights away. I am still your same chick who can do some fancy tricks. So remember what we've got. It can be so very hot. Let's get down, let's get dirty, 'cause 'cause I know you think I'm pretty good. We're so good, and you know it. Oh, kiss me, baby, and I'll show it. We're so good, and you know it. We're two birds of a feather, and we've got to stay together. So hear me when I coo. I wanna play with you. We're just two birds of a feather, and we got to stay together. So hear me when I coo. I wanna play with you. So hear me when I coo. I wanna play with you, with you, with you, with you. We have to, I didn't think I'd have this much trouble, but it's like bike riding with one leg. So we're gonna do one last song in Ukrainian, but I do have something special that I prepared because I know this is being live streamed. Thank you. Also, more thank yous. Thank you to Oregon Music News for doing such an impossible job as having a published thing, like I used to work in the publishing industry, and they said it was dying in the 80s. So well done doing this with such an important field as music. I mean, yeah. And Tom D'Antoni interviewed me once, and we had such a good conversation. We're both like East Coasters, and he really encouraged me to do a podcast. So I've been doing a podcast thanks to Tom and his encouragement, and it's called The Light and Limb, and it's just me talking to musicians in town, and then Mary does some portraits of them. So, yeah. So, because this is an election, we're 1 week away, literally, I'm going to send this to the people in Detroit and Michigan. And okay, it's really, I'm just sending this to a message because there are Ukrainian Americans in Philadelphia and in Michigan who plan to vote for not Kamala. And that's going to spell doom for Ukraine. So this is to them. This is because it's, swing states. Українці в Америці, вибирайте Камалу, бо Трамп є Путіна раб, і він зруйнує Україну. And that basically says, Ukrainians in America, please vote for Kamala because Trump is Putin's slave and he will ruin Ukraine. Isn't that a happy tune? I'm doing what I can. Those swing states, man, call somebody, do it. You guys are we're musicians, we're music lovers, so we get that we have to support the people who will let the arts continue and will not defund things like music and education, musical education and venues and all this stuff. So do even if you voted, do that one last thing and just call a friend who you think might not vote. Just do that, especially in Philadelphia. especially in Detroit and Wisconsin. All right, this is our last song. This is a Ukrainian song from the beautiful Western Carpathian Mountains.
Courtney's chart. Thank you, Courtney, for the chart.
All right. Thanks a lot for having us. Верховина, світку ти наш, як у тебе тут мило, як ігривод плине тут час, свобідно, шумно, весело. Ой, нема то краю, як ту верховину, якби мені погуляти хоч одну годину. Ой, нема то краю, як ту верховину, так ти мені погуляти хоч одну годину, якби мені погуляти хоч одну годину. Зверха наверх, а збору біль, з левкою серці струною. Череші крізь в руках топір, гуляє легінь собою. Черемоше, бістра твоя вода, дівчинонька з верховини, файна твоя вода. Черемоше, бістра твоя вода, дівчинонька з верховини, файна твоя вода. Дівчинонька з верховини, файна твоя вода. Happy birthday, Oregon Music News. And here's to another 15, 30, 45. Thank you so much. Get better soon, Tom. Get well soon.
Thank you. Whoop, I'm not on. There we are. Okay, thanks, Darka, and thank you so much for the music. And hi, Tom, and also thanks to Wonderly. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break to get three-leg torso set up. So have a drink.
Shelley, would you like to say anything, or do we?
Yeah, well, you can actually say it. Just tell Tom you're ready to go.
Tom?
Can't hear otherwise.
Tom, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, this is Bela, Courtney, and Gabe, the original members of Three Leg Torso.
Who? 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 I've never heard of you.
Well, you sure wrote about us a bunch, and you were great about that.
Wrote, television, radio,
Yep.
web.
Print.
You've covered every kind of media At least I've covered it with you.
You've been a huge supporter of us, Tom, and you've actually you helped launch us back in 1997. I think is when.
That's when it happened.
That's when it all happened. There were a
I
few
know,
things.
and is Cynthia Chimenti there?
She is.
Where is she?
Cynthia?
Cynthia. Hello,
Cynthia?
Cynthia. Are you still here? Yes, I'm going to speak on her behalf as a medium.
Well, I had just moved to Portland, and I was starting to write for the Oregonian, and I moved into this group house. Cynthia was one of the people who lived there, and I had a room there too. And she said, "There's this band that you've got to write about." And then I went, "Oh, okay." And all of a sudden, I saw you guys. I forget where it was, but it blew me away. And I wrote the first review of your first album. It was a great album and a shitty piece. and ever since then, we have to keep this thing going because I don't know, because it's deserving. You guys are deserving.
Well, thank you, Tom.
Speaking of deserving, did you have any cake?
We had a little cake.
Not yet. We're going to wait for after the show.
I had a little cake. And
Okay.
as
good.
you have pointed out, you've been there since the beginning helping our career. And as a proof of that, I was just talking to Gary, who's doing the live stream. And he says right now there's 2 million people logged in China.
What? In Beijing.
Yeah, Beijing. That's right. Yeah. So I didn't know that your journalistic reach went that far, but thank you, sir.
Oh, worldwide. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Worldwide. Nobody here, but certainly in other parts of the world.
You're big in China.
Play as long as you like. We're going to love it. We always love it. You're always great. Gabe, it's so nice to have you back with the band a little bit.
That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Gabe is an original Three Leg Torso member, and he hasn't performed with us in 21 years. This is the first time that Gabe is sitting up on a stage with us. We should have rehearsed.
Why start now?
Did you hear that, Tom? We didn't rehearse.
Why
We're
start
not
rehearsing
ready.
now?
We're not ready for this gig, Tom. So we've done so many tours with Gabe, East Coast, West Coast, and we also went to Thailand.
That's right.
Years ago, we ordered 25 suits, handmade suits in Thailand. Courtney is actually wearing one of the shirts.
That came
that
with it.
25-year-old shirt. And it still
I knew you
smells
would
good.
do that, Courtney.
All right,
I
we're
knew
gonna-
you would do that, Courtney. I said, I bet he wears one of those pieces of clothing from Thailand, and you did.
That's right.
That's
I think
great.
we got 25 suits in 25 colors.
For $25.
Okay, I can't wait to hear you guys.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom,
Thank
for
you,
everything
Tom.
you've
Take
done
it away.
for the music scene. Here we go.
together on stage and
25 years. It's going to get longer as the evening goes on. But it's been fun. We've been getting together with Gabe a little bit and hanging out, having sweet memories. Yeah, we used to rehearse. I used to live around the corner from here. We rehearsed 5 days a week. 3 hours a day. And which always meant also we'd have a break and we'd go to People's too.
Yeah, we go to People's and get a Boca burger
Is that what we got?
Boca burger and a beer.
Yeah, we might have got that. Moving right along. That was a piece called Astra in Paris. And now we're going to play a piece called Ukulele Tango by Kurt Weill. Okay, back in time, when we were out on the road as a trio, I was because we don't have any vocals, I was keen on establishing a relationship with the audience through talking, and I'd start telling stories, and all the time these guys would start talking behind me.
We even go to the bar.
So we had a little band discipline meeting.
Addressing your issues.
There we go, addressing my issues, which we still occasionally do. But there's a tune that we like to play a lot that has a little bit of a backstory to it that I told back then, and I'm willing to reveal it tonight too. And this goes back to when the Cold War was going on a lot more heavily, and Bela and I were studying in the circus program, the Commedia dell'arte, which we weren't very good, but we had a lot of enthusiasm. And we learned that there was a government grant program to get a grant to go to Russia and study in the Russian circus or observe what was going on, because there was a concern that we might be losing our circus superiority. So Bela and I filled out this grant, and lo and behold, we got a letter from the State Department that we had won. And so we went off to Russia, to St. Petersburg, where there's a fabulous circus there. And I'm telling you, the quality of circus performance is amazing. It's no wonder that the Russians actually did have circus superiority. And we saw amazing acrobats and all sorts of performing artists, but the ones that impressed us the most were the performing bears. And they would ride around the circus ring on Kawasaki 650s, drinking American beer out of a bottle and lip syncing to Frank Sinatra's My Way. The truth is, Gabe hasn't heard this story for at least 21 years. It does. It keeps going. And so
About drinking American beer was funny.
that part was a good addition. Yeah. So at the end of the circus day, we noticed all the other animals went to their cages, but the bears, they walked right out of the circus tent and onto the streets of St. Petersburg. And Bela and I had an idea that perhaps if we followed them, we might learn something about their secret, why they were such good performers. So several blocks behind them on these Russian blocks in St. Petersburg, they're long blocks in St. Petersburg. We were concerned that the bears would notice us, but we were a good distance away. And if you've been to St. Petersburg, which I'm sure some of you have, well... As I was saying, you get to the edge of the town and you run right into a very thick forest. And, the bears didn't find that disconcerting at all. They just trundled right into the thick branches and brushed them aside. Bela and I wandered a bit back and, had to part the branches and were getting scratched. And after about a couple miles of going through the woods, we noticed the bears came to a clearing, and there's a whole bunch of bears there. They're having set up in little tents, and they seem to be all hanging out. We noticed the bears are sipping tea out of china cups, and their kind of claws extended like this. and then at a certain point in time, one of the bears got up, and there was a hand-cranked Victrola in the middle of their clearing. Got up and put on this old 78 and cranked it up. The music started playing, and we saw the bears dance in a way that we had never seen them before. I mean, we'd seen their circus act, but this was a unique dance. Are you doing it?
No, my kid.
Oh, okay, you got hip issues. We thought it was a dance of self-actualization. So we were very impressed. All the bears went to bed. We were hiding behind this log, ended up having a little bit of loose bark on the log, and so we chipped off a piece of bark, and in the middle of the night, we wandered up to this Victrola, and I cranked it very quietly and slowly, Bela listened to the melody and wrote it down on this piece of bark. Yeah. We've had a lot of experiences together. So we came back to America. We submitted our information to the State Department, and nothing much came of it except this melody and this song, which to this day we still find quite self-actualizing. And this song's very short, much shorter than the story. And we're gonna play it for you now. It's called. Do you want a tuner? Or are you good?
Can I get a tune from you?
Okay, just let me finish my announcements.
All right.
It's called Divertissements for Performing Bears. But before we start, we'll just tune up.
Can I get an A from you? Courtney there? That's good.
I think let's give Gabe a special round of applause here. Man.
You did not skip a beat. You did not skip a beat. I haven't played in 21 years. 21 years.
He hasn't played in 26 years.
Gabe left the band 21 years ago to work at Reed College as an, are you like an IT manager? What's your? IT person. But he has been playing music since then. We're glad to have him back. Just for tonight, though.
In our set list, I think we skipped over one that both of you guys wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to say anything about that one? I'm so glad you do. Step right up.
Let's have Gabe say something about it.
Rewrote the song.
But I will say one thing. They wrote this song, and we played it at our CD release, and it's the three of us. We have a little percussion, and it was quite exciting. And then after us, we had a 50-piece Brazilian marching band.
Wrong.
Is
That
it
was
backwards?
that was our first CD. Our second CD was. This is on our second CD. We didn't play this on our first CD.
Don't contradict these good stories.
50-piece marching band.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
It was a.
Lions with Bachata.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
With no further ado, B and G's.
All right. B and G's stands for what?
Bela and Gabe.
We couldn't come up with a better. We didn't change the name.
After the show.
Turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah, that's right.
PC mode, let her air.
I find they're good if you submerge them in water for a little bit. That's very helpful. Well, we have one more tune. I also want to, before we play it, I want to...
Is Tom still with us?
Tom, are you still with
hello,
us?
Tom. I'm still here. Oh, fantastic.
How you doing there, Tom?
It sounds great. It fucking warms my heart, man. It's so good.
Can you see us?
You guys, just you know, if I fell in love with your band when you started, I'm still there.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, thank you,
Can you
Tom.
actually see us right now, or is it just hear us?
Are you crowded out by the 2 million viewers from China?
By the way, the first CD gig,
Yeah.
it was in that ballroom downtown.
Yeah.
I had only come from Baltimore just a few months before,
Right.
and I wasn't versed in the ways of the politeness of how Portland can be, nor was I versed in how rude the fucking audiences were.
Yeah.
And
They were fucking
so
stupid.
the lines about you gotta play first, and then you guys get up, and you're just wailing, you're just doing great. It's absolutely beautiful. But there was this huge bunch of people over by the bar,
Yeah.
being loud and talking loud. And me, I'm from Baltimore, right? So I walked over to them, started yelling at them to shut up.
Yeah, those were my Czech friends. But also, if you remember Alicia Rose getting up and telling everybody to shut the fuck up,
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
a night. But we also started with a Handel trio, which was
My
a
idea.
classic- Courtney's. It was Courtney's idea. It was a classical violin or music trio, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's classical
Yeah, it was
trio.
a bad decision. Bad choice to start the show off.
Yeah,
Will you just
I
acknowledge
admit
that?
it. I admit
Okay,
it.
good.
I admit it. It took 30 years, but here I am.
And Tom, I remember doing the first organ art beat session
Yes.
with you.
That was fun.
That was a good one. We did a cafe outside on the river. You were
And
funny.
you did and you were Meesters.
We were Meesters. And we are Meesters and Bob right now.
That's right. Bob being Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe is Bob. Yeah. Thanks again, Tom.
Yeah, thank
really.
you, Tom.
I wish you were here, actually.
Guys, thanks for playing. It's been wonderful to hear you, and you have to do this some more.
I think it's really cool that you can talk to us right now. That's the coolest thing.
It is. And you got a lot of people out here that came
Love
out
you.
to support this event and love you, as you
Yeah.
say. So
Hi,
we go.
Tom. Everybody says hi, Tom. Whoa, look at Courtney. Say it.
Thank you.
Everybody, hi, Tom. Hear that? Hear that, Tom? Everybody loves you, man.
Yeah. Thanks to Shelley, and thanks to Gary for doing a great job, and Stephanie and Karen and Tobias and all the
Courtney.
people and our photographers. We got photographers there.
Yeah.
You've seen them before, and they're taking your pictures. I saw one that I believe Diane took of John Rudolph taking a picture.
Wow.
it's a meta picture. Hey,
Yeah,
We have a cotton candy machine here, too. Did you know that, Tom?
yeah.
What?
They've got a cotton candy machine they've installed here. I'd also like to say in the sort of honoring reunions, a big shout out to Melan, who's doing our sound.
Thank you, Milan. It sounds great.
Melan did our sound many times back in the day, and here we are. It's great
Thanks
to
to
be
Mark
with
for bringing
you.
the chimpanzees.
What's up?
Here we go. Let's do it.
Here we go. Enough talk.
Enough. Sorry. Sorry about that. Goes way back.
Yay! Yay!
Thank you, Tom. We're taking your bow for you now, Tom.
Yay!
What happens now?
You're on your own, guys. But let me just say one thing. I am going to beat these maladies that have been occurring to me, and I'm going to be back, and I will see you in person. And I love you all. Thanks for coming. Hope you had a good time. Eat some more
Hey,
cake.
Tom, we're with you all the way.